Speedrunning has become one of the most popular gaming pastimes on the internet. People just really enjoy extremely talented individuals going through a game as fast as humanly possible to be the one to get that world record and get that sweet, sweet dopamine hit. Or hell, just improving your own personal best time is enough for some people. The speedrunning community is huge and incredibly competitive to boot. It's not all sunshine and rainbows though. You see, in order to get this level of skill, you need to play these games for hundreds, perhaps even thousands of hours, to absolute perfection. These individuals have to know these games front to back, every inch, every crevice of these games, to get the perfect time. Everything in the kitchen sink, just to shave off those few milliseconds needed to break any kind of record. Think about it for a second. These people need to play these games over and over and over and over and over, all for the sake of getting faster and faster at the game. It needs to become muscle memory. That's enough to drive anyone insane. These speedrunners need to dedicate a good portion of their brain to just remembering these games front to back. In the professional world, we call that autism. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things everyone knows, but no one likes to talk about. A lot of speedrunners are somewhere on the spectrum, and most of these games they speedrun basically become their hyperfixations. I should note I'm not saying this from the outsider looking in. I'm on the spectrum myself, and I can sniff out my own pretty well. But because of this, speedrunning gives a lot of people who are not the most social, weren't that good at sports or the recreational activities, an avenue to do something they're finally good at and be lauded for it, to get that moment to shine from complete strangers on the internet, to finally be seen for what you can do.
You did what?
World record.
Larry, you got the world record! Oh my god! You got the world record? Oh my face! Oh my god! I knew it was coming! Oh my god!
Hey, bud.
But this is also a double-edged sword. You know that episode of SpongeBob where he forgets everything to become good at fine dining, but cannot do anything else? That's kind of what happens here a lot. A lot of these individuals do well at what they're good at, but when things go awry and out of their control, it ends up disastrous. If a run goes bad, a lot of speedrunners do not take it well. And that's putting it lightly.
No way! No way! No way! No way!
I don't think Nintendo ever expected years later grown men will be getting this angry at a game made for children. And it's not just the runs themselves. Some speedrunners cannot take the pressures of the real world as well. Seeing how much drama and controversy there constantly is in the community, it's no wonder. Having your brain dedicate an entire portion of itself to a video game is enough to drive anyone crazy. But I think I've rambled on enough. It's time to get to the meat and potatoes. Now, whether you're into speedrunning or not, there is a good chance you've seen this clip online.
So, confirmed Santa's #1 helper is a squirrel.
I would really prefer if you would be quiet. But yes, you are correct.
This is the infamous Summer Games Done Quick of 2014. Everyone in the speedrunning community has probably seen this at least once. In this video, you seem to have a Reddit user, a Walmart clerk, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, and Mark Zuckerberg all sitting on a couch together. The main 2 points of interest here are the two in the middle. One is constantly making corny jokes, while the other is extremely focused on the game.
He doesn't actually talk, though, so he would never say that in any
He
situation.
makes grunts. That's kind of like talking.
He could pretend he does.
Now, I have no real interest in the man who scanned my Oreos yesterday. The real point of interest here is the guy cracking corny jokes. This is Chibi Necro, also known as just Chibi. Chibi is a victim to life itself. Chibi wishes to be well known for his speedrunning, but things never go right for him. This clip at Games Done Quick will be his legacy, but that hasn't stopped him from trying. It's not just this clip that he's done. He's made some terrible mistakes, some terrible decisions, and others have never let him forget it. It gets to the point where it just becomes sad. In fact, I would say Chibi is the world's saddest speedrunner.
So confirmed Santa's #1 helper is a squirrel.
I would really prefer if you would be quiet.
Now, I'm not going to go into some big history lesson on Chibi's life or some true crime shit. None of that matters. All you need to know is Chibi is a speedrunner, and he is autistic. I'm not jumping to conclusions here or anything. His own mother has confirmed, yes, he is on the spectrum.
Jimmy, I just want you to know something. He's got some issues. He has Asperger's, autism, and sometimes he doesn't think clearly, and he makes stupid choices and stupid decisions.
Yes, ma'am.
So basically, he is everything of what I described earlier. Not very good social skills, but he is good at what he hyperfixates on, speedrunning. Or at least, that's what we're led to believe. The only thing of Chibi's early life we have is this video of a young Chibi showing off his dark energy moon collar.
It's pretty much the source of my power. It's the source of my energy. I collect dark energy from the moon, and whenever there's a full moon out, it's hard to explain, but that's kind of the way it is.
So it seems Chibi had an edgy phase in his teenage years. Hey, we were all young once, we did stupid shit, but most of us didn't upload to the internet to be permanently etched on there. Chibi speedruns primarily Nintendo games. His favorite ones seem to be from the GameCube era, one of his favorites being Paper Mario the Thousand-Year Door, and oh boy, we'll get back to this one. And honestly, as a speedrunner, there isn't too much to note about Chibi. He's not bad, but he's not playing super expert level 99 like a lot of these guys who have these games burned their retinas have. He's just alright. He's better than I'll ever be, I'll say. Really, Chibi was completely unknown to the public. That was, until the Games Done Quick incident. Yeah, this was Chibi's claim to fame. This is what pushed him into the public's eye. And that's kind of sad, don't you think? Being known as the I would really prefer if you would be quiet guy is like having the star power of the guy who shot JFK. And really, the whole ordeal should have never really happened if anyone was actually paying attention. Apparently, Chibi was never actually supposed to be there. It was his birthday, and he was invited to the couch by Mark Zuckerberg here because of it. How nice of him. If he only knew. No one questioned it or had any issues with him. He didn't know anything about Tomba 2, and so he did the only thing he could do. Crack corny jokes.
Yes! Fast pants.
They make you go fast. Oh yeah, I would hate to actually, have to put the pants on.
I mean...
Alright, rip Safety Apple. I gotta go.
I mean, I could always wear the pants.
He seemed harmless, but little did they know. This would lead to one of the most infamous moments in Games Done Quick history, right next to the knitting girl.
You guys have noticed that I've been knitting the entire time I've been here? I actually learned how to knit from my grandmother.
Despite nobody being in the actual audience while this speedrun was happening, more people would see this clip than most of GDQ's live streams combined. The most popular clip of this has 8 million views on it. PewDiePie made a video on this, and it has over 10 million views on it. So, almost 20 million people, give or take, have seen this clip over the years. And people seem to be split. They either believe Chibi was too annoying, or that caveman was being too standoffish. I have no say in that matter. That's up for you to decide. After this incident became famous online, it sort of did launch the two into fame. Or should I say, infamy. Chibi did become a semi-famous figure, not only for this, but for other reasons we'll get into in just a bit. Caveman, however, seems to have just fallen off the earth. It's very obvious to me the man wants to keep a low profile and just forget the whole incident ever happened. He looks back on it with annoyance and regret.
From what I understand, his name was Chibi, which is an excellent name for a man. I told him to be quiet because he was a fucker, and I didn't ask for him to be on the couch, and he just invited himself on, and sat shoulder length to me so I couldn't move my elbows, and just would not shut the fuck up. Did anyone see him actually doing those jumping jacks? Like, Jesus Christ, at least do good, proper jumping jacks. I didn't flip him off, I didn't suplex him, I didn't do anything. I just wanted him to leave me alone after the stream. He didn't get it, he tried to approach me 3 more times, get out of here, guy, what are you doing? They called Chibi that guy. Chibi was that guy. Am I really a meme? Have I attained meme status?
So, Caveman's importance in this story is over. It's all about Chibi and what he did after this incident, after he got that little bit of fame. And oh boy, did he do some very, very, very interesting things after the incident. And we're going to talk about those things. You want to know what happened to the game's done quick guy? Well, these other incidents are what happened.
So confirmed, Santa's #1 helper is a squirrel.
You cheated!
If you don't know Chibi from the GDQ incident, then you probably know Chibi from this incident. In early 2015, Chibi was speedrunning one of his favorite games, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. This game, being the classic it is, has a huge speedrunning community. There are people who have combed over this game and dissected it from front to back, looking into every nook and cranny of it to see how it works and what would work in a speedrun. Glitches they could abuse to shave off those few precious seconds to make the times faster and faster. I don't even know how some people know about a lot of this shit. How do they find this stuff out in the first place? Autism sure is a powerful thing. Well, Chibi decided to speedrun it once more to try and beat his personal best time. But from the looks of things in this current run, it wasn't going too well. It didn't look like the run was going to beat his personal best, so he decided to do something risky. He decided he was going to attempt and pull off the double jump glitch. For those who don't know, there is a glitch in Thousand Year Door where after exiting from a battle, for a split second after you leave the battle, you can control over Mario again. If you jump and then, at the exact peak of your jump, let your partner hit an enemy for you, after you exit the battle you can jump again to give yourself a double jump. This can be used to skip huge chunks of the game you're not intended to get to, which Chibi is attempting to do here. Now it should be noted, this glitch needs to be frame perfect in order to work. If you are a millisecond off, it will not work. It is extremely difficult to pull off without the use of a script or bot or whatever. You need to get this in 2 exact frames, one before and after the battle, and Chibi was going to attempt it to save his run. He even got a beat going so he could line it up just right.
Alright, here we are. I like that jump!
And by sheer luck, he got it. He got both of the frame perfect inputs just right. But despite doing this next to impossible feat by yourself, his reaction is just blank. He barely reacts at all. Usually when most speedrunners pull off an incredible feat, their reaction is nothing but pure ecstasy.
Wait! It is it! That is it! Yes! Wait, what? I thought I didn't get it! I thought I didn't get it! I thought it was A2! Anycat Gaming! Oh my god! What?
But Chibi just sits there, staring off into the distance like he's found himself back in the war. So he pulls off an extremely difficult feat and barely has anything to say about it. Something seems off here, and I'm not the only one who felt this way. Remember when I said autism is a powerful thing? Well, it just so happens that one expert on this game, who has dissected the game front to back, was watching a stream while he was doing this, and he immediately knew something was off. He warned Chibi he was going to analyze the footage, and the look on Chibi's face is priceless. The face of many reaction images. The expert, whose name is Tasmalio, went through the footage frame by frame and came to the conclusion that the movements Chibi pulled off did not match up with how the glitch was supposed to go. He lost momentum while performing the first jump, so it wasn't at the peak it was supposed to be at. He confronted Chibi about it, and Chibi confessed. He used a moon jump cheat to make it look like he pulled it off. Chibi cheated. When news got out about this, Chibi was ridiculed. Any speedrunner that gets caught cheating is pretty much shunned for it. Speedrunners are seen as pro-tier gamers who dedicate their lives to these games, and cheating just pretty much ruins all that. Chibi undeniably did something shitty, and people weren't going to let him forget it. Now, I am in no way defending the shitty thing Chibi did here, let me just get that out of the way. But because of what he did, and the fact Chibi isn't good with social cues or how to deal with these situations well, everything else you're going to see in this video is a direct cause of this incident. Because of the heinous nature of this act, this led to a lot of trolling, and I mean a lot of trolling. And Chibi really wasn't doing himself any favors.
So confirmed, Santa's #1 helper is a squirrel.
Pizza time.
As a result of the little stunt Chibi pulled, he got dogpiled online for it. I mean, yeah, it was a shitty thing to do, but this led to his personal information getting leaked. Yeah, he got doxxed over it. While I think it was a really awful thing to cheat in a speedrun, nobody deserves to get doxxed over a fucking speedrun. Of course, that's not where it stopped. His phone number and address were out there for the world to see, and the world saw he was living with his mother. I can't really judge the dude for that because I think most speedrunners live with their parents. And it should be noted, Chibi's father passed away around this time, so it's just him and his mom. And because of Chibi's actions online, some good old fans of his just decided to send him some pizzas, some good old Italian cuisines. But one issue is, they forgot to pay, so it looks like Chibi and his mother are going to be the ones to foot the bill. As you can imagine, his mom isn't too happy about free pizza that isn't actually free.
You need to get off of it. 2 people now showed up. Passport pizza and breads. You need to shut this down. They see that you're on there. These kids see that you're on there and they're pulling the same shit again.
And they did this for multiple different pizza places. They'd call them, order an assload of pizzas, and expect Chibi's mom to pay up.
Like, as soon as I went live, I guess they started ordering pizzas, and like 2 or 3 pizza places have now tried delivering pizzas to us.
This made both his mom and the pizza places angry. She hopes Chibi can contact the cyber police and get their number taken offline.
So, is there any way you can contact Facebook and tell them to block this bullshit?
No, there isn't.
Well, there's gotta be. There's gotta be a way to get on, to call Google, Facebook, something, email them, whatever, and tell them that they put your name and phone number on there and you need somehow to block it. We're gonna lose our phone number because of this.
But eventually, the trolls got sick of sending pizzas, so it stopped. But one guy decided to take it up a notch. Way, way, way up a notch.
Hello?
Yeah, hi. Are you Adam's mom?
Yes, I am.
Yes, ma'am. I had some information I wanted to share you that your son has posted pictures of his pecker online, and he admitted to sending them to a 17-year-old girl.
What?
Our guy Chibi's also on a quest for love and affection. I mean, who isn't? But our man Chibi decided it would be a smart idea to post pictures of himself naked on the internet. These were not leaked. These were posted by him for the world to see. Now, I'm not going to show these for very obvious reasons, because I don't want to see Chibi's chubby, and neither do you. One troll decided to use these and use it to troll him and his mother, and things get taken up to 11 extremely fast.
And he posted the pictures of his
Johnson
online.
Who am I talking to?
This is Jonathan.
Hold on a minute. Adam?
Yeah, imagine someone calling you and telling you your child was doing that. I feel really bad for Chibi himself. He's just a sad case, but Jesus, I feel even worse for his mother with having to put up with all this shit. She gets completely fed up with this, and she lets him and his entire chat know.
1 o'clock. I want it off very soon.
Well, it won't be off until about another 2 hours from now, because I'm in the middle of a speed run. You don't care about anything.
No, I don't care. Okay? We talked about this shit, about you being on it all night long.
I'm not being on it
I
all
don't care
night
if it's a
long.
weekend or not. It doesn't matter. Every day runs together for you.
No, actually it doesn't. I don't see...
Dad made me promise, told me to make sure this wasn't happening all hours of the night.
Yeah,
and
it
is.
is. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. 3 o'clock in the morning is all hours of the night.
Yeah, wow. I'm not gonna lie. This video is 9 minutes long, and it is extremely difficult to get through. The amount of distress his mom has gone through, and him just not being able to dislocate himself from the game enough to have an actual conversation with her, and all this happening while he was streaming to people, this is the literal definition of cringe. Like, have some sympathy for his mother. Getting pizzas sent to your house, having people call you and tell your son is allegedly doing illegal acts, and on top of all that, you can't even get a good night's sleep because your son is up at 3 in the morning speedrunning Paper Mario, and all you hear all night is... Even though he cheated on a speedrun, this is a bit much, don't you think? The depression in his mother's voice, she doesn't need to put up with this shit. Chibi doesn't either.
Adam, this isn't happening every night. I'm getting really tired of this. You promised me you were gonna that things were gonna be different around here.
You're the one making a big deal out of 3 a.m.
No, you promised things would be different, Adam.
Chibi at one point tried to do something good, and the trolls got a hold of it. Speaking of which...
So, confirmed, Santa's #1 helper is a squirrel.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm going a bit out of order here, and this one's pretty short, but this is very similar to the phone call trolling, so I thought I might as well bring this up. In early 2016, Chibi held a fundraiser for the Easter Seals. You know, it seems like an actual good cause. He had special guests and everything to help raise money for this fundraiser. So it seems like Chibi is actually doing something good. But there was just one mistake. One fatal mistake. One of the people who was helping organize the event, I don't know who it was and I don't think they've ever come out, but they accidentally showed the server's password on another stream. And because of this mistake, others were able to get a hold of the server. And once they got a hold of the server, the stream was hijacked and it was DDoSed multiple times. Chibi and his guests tried to damage control, but there was no hope. Eventually the trolls started hacking the stream and showing scenes of, well, very explicit acts of some individuals.
Hey buddy, I think you got the wrong door. The leather club's 2 blocks down.
Fuck you.
I'm not gonna go into details yet again, but let's just say, if you were Fujoshi, you were having a field day on this stream. So while the stream was going on, it kept getting replaced with the outtakes of Brokeback Mountain, and no matter what Chibi or anybody else did, it kept happening.
Yes.
Dude, nice.
Make my day. Please continue.
Okay.
By all means.
Is it gone?
Oh yeah, I took it.
So eventually, everything got shut down. From what I've heard, the fundraiser still managed to raise like $2,000 before everything went to shit, so they at least accomplished something for a good cause. But really, this was a disaster, through and through. Chibi has basically just become a target for easy trolling for no real reason at this point. It is easy to get a reaction out of him, but if this is still a result of the cheating in Paper Mario, then this is just a little too far. This was a fundraiser for a charity, and it was completely ruined. But I'll be honest, even if this was a shitty thing to happen, it's still hilarious to me. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. So yeah, Chibi is still getting trolled even almost a full year later, because he's apparently just an easy target to rile up. But to be honest, sometimes he does bring it upon himself.
So, confirmed, Santa's #1 helper is a squirrel.
On July 11th, 2015, the current president of Nintendo since 2002, Satoru Iwata, had passed away at 55 years old, due to a tumor on his bile duct. It was a dark day for Nintendo fans and the gaming industry in general. Many people in the gaming industry and many fans of Nintendo left their condolences and thoughts and prayers for him and his family. Many a Nintendo fan made tributes and art pieces for Iwata for giving them so many years of joy. I was included in that. If I recall correctly, I wrote a shitty poem on a dead gaming forum nobody will ever find. I was 16, I was full of raging hormones, and had no personality but liking Nintendo, so I know what others felt like. Chibi was included in that laundry list of Nintendo fans who were wrecked by Iwata's passing, so he too decided to pay his condolences. But instead of talking about it or streaming a game he worked on in his honor, Chibi decided to do something different. Despite being only a few days away, Chibi decided that Iwata's funeral was too far off, so he was going to host a funeral for Iwata on his own Twitch channel for hundreds of people. As you can imagine, this is a very bad idea. Let's watch it! This is already off to a great start.
Today, we as a gaming community have suffered a great loss. Satoru Iwata, Nintendo's president, has passed away. The date of death was July 11, 2015, but was not revealed to the public until July 13th. His inspiration and wisdom spanned many generations worth of gaming innovation, and was a pioneer when it came to new ideas and creative technology. Starting as a game developer for HAL Laboratory after being admitted to and graduating college, He helped breathe life into such classics as Kirby's Dream Land, Balloon Fight, and the widely renowned Earthbound.
Okay, he seems to be going through Iwata's history with Nintendo and the impact he had.
For a good portion of the 2013 fiscal year, Nintendo was in financial jeopardy. But Iwata managed the situation unlike any other CEO. Instead of firing any of his employees, he took the blow. He took a massive pay cut in their stead. This is the formula of a good leader.
And he's describing the selfless acts he did to help out his employees. It seems Chibi does think highly of the man. Although I do feel uncomfortable watching this, with the ghost of Iwata back there, staring at me and judging me for going out of my way to watch this shit.
The least we could have done was allow him peace, knowing we appreciated everything he did. Every smile he brought to people, every way he was able to unite families together through the Wii, and every nostalgic moment where we'd see a little twinkle of our childhood in the games we still play today.
Okay, well, this is 8 minutes in, and I don't see what the issue with this video is. I heard for years this was the cringiest shit ever, but despite the fact he set this stream up for a man he's ever met and probably didn't even know he even existed, I don't really see what's so cringy about this. Yeah, the writing's a little corny, but it's not that bad.
The legacy he left will still resonate with us for generations. And even though he was never with us when he spoke, it was clear that he was speaking not only to us, but directly to our hearts. I'll now sing a song from Earthbound.
Wait, you're gonna what? Wait, hold the fuck up. Hold up. Nobody say anything about any fucking singing now. Cool your jet, Celine Dion. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Please, for the love of God, dumb man. Don't sing. Please don't.
I believe the morning sun.
Oh, God!
Always gonna shine again.
About to be another funeral real soon.
I believe in skies forever blue. Why shouldn't I believe the same in you?
Oh man, chat's loving it. Look at all those heartfelt comments. Message deleted, message deleted, message deleted. Oh god, oh god. That's powerful enough to put a tear in a man's eye. Yeah, this is pretty bad. If he just didn't sing, this would have been fine on its own, but no! Chibi had to show his powerful singing chops to the world. I hope it was worth it, Chibi. But honestly, the singing isn't even the cringiest part. The cringiest part is the Jannies going to overdrive in chat. Honestly, Chibi, they're doing a great job. I say you should double, no, quadruple their pay! Iwata was a great man, and he had a lot of people giving their condolences, but this entire thing was completely unnecessary. But like I said, if he just wanted to say a few things about Iwata, he could have. You didn't have to make a whole mock funeral, you didn't have to heavily mod chat, and most of all, you didn't have to fucking sing!
So, confirmed, Santa's #1 helper is a squirrel.
After all this has happened, we come to the conclusion of our tale of Chibi. This is a man whose entire career had been kick-started because he sat on the couch, told some corny jokes, and got told to shut up. This caused more eyes to get put on him. A pair of those eyes caught him cheating in a speedrun, which then caused tons of people to troll and prank him, sending him pizzas and spreading his nudes, which caused a ripple between him and his mother. On top of any good causes being rendered inert due to trolls ruining that too. And I didn't even cover everything. There was all the depression posting he had on Twitter, all the housing issues and everything else, but I didn't want to get too deep into that stuff because that didn't involve his streaming career. And well, life is like that. Shit happens. All of these were a result of Chibi's dumb decisions. Had he not cheated, he would have been pranked and trolled to hell and back. Had he not sat on that couch, that wouldn't have been his legacy. But imagine a world where Chibi actually didn't sit on that couch. We probably wouldn't even know who he is. That's a world that would just be a tiny bit less entertaining. Today, as we stand, it seems Chibi has kind of made peace with the whole situation. He looks back at it and realizes, yeah, the jokes he were telling were extremely cringy.
Breakfast Toma.
Asiaga cheese bagel. Yummy.
I believe you.
He seems to acquire what he so desperately needed from the start: self-awareness. He can finally come to admit the whole situation was goofy as hell and probably didn't need to happen. But it did. Chibi is now under a new alias, and still speedruns and streams to this day. Life still gets in the way, bad stuff still happens, but even after everything he's been through, he just keeps chugging along. He's been doxxed, dogpiled, dicked, and he's still going. He still gets trolled once in a while, though.
Get out of here. Alright, give me 1 second. There we go. And that's not gonna happen anymore.
Chibi is a case of a man who probably shouldn't have had any of this happen to him, but it did due to some really, really dumb decisions. When you look at the whole picture, you can't help but either feel pity or sadness. He won't be known for all sorts of things, but he will always be known as the "I'd prefer if you'd be quiet" guy. Which is why I think he's the world's saddest speedrunner. A man who wanted to be known for one thing, but fate had other decisions. Which is a shame. Well, you know what? If Chibi sees this, I have something you've probably wanted to hear for a long time. Don't be quiet. Be as loud and corny as you want, if that's what you think is best. Just don't try treating a Paper Mario again. God bless. Oh wait, and some of you might be wondering, why did I choose Chibi and not someone like Narcissa Wright for this video?
Oh, please support my Patreon, please. Please. I just need another $1,500 per month, please.
Well, that's very simple. That's not sad. That's horrifying.
Out of my fucking mind, GG, golly, oh my. I was doing fine, once upon a time, till my brain left and it didn't say bye. Don't look at me wrong, I'm out of my mind, like Lady Gaga, Bobby Fischer combined. So paranoid of espionage, I'm watching my doors and checking my blinds.